You see this right here? You see this right here? Sony, never release nothing like this again. Number one, the battery life is terrible. Number two, if it dies on you while you're recording, it don't save your footage. Like, what? What kind of logic is that? It should save your footage. So listen, y'all, I'm sorry for the bootlegging intro, man. But welcome to the video. I will be breaking down Push-Ups, the Exact T, a 95% remake. Okay, I say 95% because I couldn't figure out these damn drums, bro. Produced by Fierce, Boy Wonder, Coleman, Drama Kid, Noel, Tay Keith, the guys, you know what I'm saying? I'll be breaking down the first section, the second section, but not the last beat. You guys can figure out how to do the last beat. Hey man, I'm pissed off that this camera footage ain't here, so let's just get right into the video, man. No wasting time. So with this beat, man, I had to go and stem extract a bunch of stuff. I took a few days trying to figure out the exact presets and stuff, and I still didn't get it down to the T 100%. Let me know what you guys think. I'm about to play the beat. Bro, that piano part, bro, is so stupid, bro. That's so fire. And yes, if you're listening to this, I didn't get the snare 100% down, bro. I layered like 6 snares. I don't know what drum kits these dudes was using, bro, but hey, bro, send me that drum kit for real, bro. I tried to go over a bunch of people's kits, Boy Wonder kit, bro. I just could not find the snare and the drums they was using. So I tried my best to mix them and to EQ them and to do all that technical stuff as best as I could. And of course, before we get into the breakdown, the FLP will be in the link in the description. Just cause it's like, you know, study this, go crazy, you know what I'm saying? Just don't steal it. It's for educational purposes only. Drake finna dish you next if you do that. So first, let's listen to some of the instruments that are in the song. So the first thing I hear is a string, a reverse piano, and a pad. And if you want to know how I did this, I took the exact song, right click it over here, and then press extract stems from sample, and then I press instruments. And man, if you didn't know that, now you know. You got to have the latest FL Studio update though. So those 3 elements, I started off with the pad. Cool little spooky moving pad. It's just a D minor chord, just D, E, A, and we ain't talking Breaking Bad. No, that's D, F, A. God damn it, bro. I gotta stop doing my comedic timing, bro. So it's just a D, F, and an A. You know, D minor. And obviously that pad, bro, it's not the exact same thing, bro. My last remake, now that was like 99.5%. This pad is from Analog Lab, and it is the In My Feels preset from Loner's Layers Volume 3. Shout out my boy Loner. I used the Valhalla Vintage Verb to add some more reverb. I had a Fruity Parametric EQ to take out the highs and boost the low and the mids. If you listen to that pad, there's not that much high end in it. It's kind of like low end, you know what I'm saying? Just in the background, just acting as like a bass. I also used the EQ tweaks over here, and I put down the high end and the low end just so it can, like I said, it can stay in the background and not really be up front. In RC20 retro color, I just turned the wobble up a little bit. And a fruity chorus, without it, it sounds like this. It sounds a little bit too up front, so with the effects, it's a way more ambient and more in the back, and it just acts as our bass. The next thing I added on top of that was the honorary string. Okay, this was not that challenging. I had to just find a good string bank, right? Okay, you found your string bank. So like, how do you make it sound like, you know, kind of gritty, textury, stuff like that? Put on a bunch of effects. I used Hyperion String Solo Violin by Sound Iron. Now, it didn't sound like this without the effects. Here's what it sounds like without them. Okay, that's terrible, bro. What? My bad, Sound Iron. It's not terrible, but I just had to sauce it up. First thing I did was just separate it a little bit. I don't know whether the strings was in mono or stereo. I'm telling y'all, bro, with these remakes, I had to go back and forth so many times just to get it right to the T. I feel like Aiden Kenway, bro. Shout out to you. I added a fruity chorus. Already making it wider, and then a RC20. Now the RC20 is really carrying the string, bro. The wobble is up, the distortion is up, the space is up, and the magnetic is up as well to make it drop out just a little bit. If you listen to the strings in the song, it was kind of wobbly and fluttery, bro. So I was like, okay, put on that RC20. So now it sounds more textury, gritty, and it sounds not dry anymore. It really sounds like sampled strings or something like that. And I also turned up the tone all the way up. Without it, still sounds a little weak. You know, turn it up, boom. And then I also played hella with the high shelf and the low shelf. I did a lot of FL Studio EQing over here. I really don't know what I be doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is really the meat and potatoes, bro. Like that string really like, it carries a lot of the song, bro, because that string, just the simple one note string, bro. What note is that? Just that simple A, bro. Like it just goes throughout the, you know, the whole intro of the song, bro. It feels like someone's about to get dissed on here already, bro. So with that pad and that string, you already have like damn near 50% of the melody. Next thing I did was added this reverse piano texture. Yeah, whoever made that melody, you thought I wasn't gonna hear that, huh? Nah, I heard that, bro. You can't hide from me, bro. I honestly really don't have to explain that, guys. It's just a reverse piano. Now listen, this is not the exact reverse piano, bro. I had to chop this up. And it was just a regular keyscape, just regular grand piano. I didn't focus too much on it because you can barely even hear it, but we remaking everything to the T. So like you got this melody, right? And it's just like, okay, cool, like cool melody, right? Like what's next? You got these drums, you feel me? But before we get into the drums, we got my favorite part of the sample, which is the piano, bro. Hey, who did this piano, bro? Someone gotta tell me who did this piano, cause hey, bro, they put some work in on this. I ain't gonna lie. I loaded up another keyscape and I used the Pop, the LA Custom C7 Pop. This is what the pattern looks like. Now, to be honest, y'all, I just use my ear. I can't really explain to you the theory behind this. It's just going down. It's just going down, bro. And then there's also like a little A right here that also plays to kind of arpeggiate it a little bit. So it really sounds like it's moving like. But you can barely hear it within the song though. Oh man, that's spot on, bro. What are we doing here? The only effect I put on that, y'all, was a little bit of Valhalla vintage verb, of course, you know, and just a little bit of high shelf and some low shelf. Let's play the whole melody together, bro. Also, with this keyscape, I played a lot with the velocity so it sounds super realistic. This is a huge piano tip, bro. Like, if you don't make your VST's piano sound realistic, it's just gonna sound robotic. Like, don't do that, bro. Or this either. It don't sound right, bro. You gotta make sure you play around with the velocity. You gotta go crazy with that velocity, bro. And in order to do that, you just gotta press Alt-R and just press randomize. And now you got a real piano. No one's gonna tell the difference. I would also suggest to strum your pianos too, you know, Alt-S, that's a strumizer. I really shouldn't have to say this, bro, but if you're a beginner watching this, hey, you just learned something great. Because in 2024, if you're using VST pianos, why are y'all not strumming them or playing with the velocity? That's not how pianos work. Let's get right into the drums. These drums are not gonna be exactly the same, bro. You gotta listen. I couldn't find the snare or the 808. The hi-hat is damn near close. So, hey, y'all, don't flame me in the comments. Oh, it's not the same. It's not the same drums. Hey, bro, do I look like Boy Wonder and Fierce to y'all, bro? First 808 I got was from my boy Steven Schaefer's kit, bro. Bite of an Apple. It's just playing the same D over and over. So the mixing on the 808 is a little simple. First is a parametric EQ. And then a Berserk distortion stereo. I got this from my boy Steven Schaefer. This is from the Waves bundle. You got to go get this, y'all. It's just really fire. And it just beefs up your drums. Without it, it sounds like this. If you listen to the 808 within the song, it's not that bassy. And it's not that... I don't know how to explain it. Y'all just gotta listen. Like, it's not a spins 808, bro. I thought it was like a sub bass. It was really just a punchy 808, like a punchy bass. I kind of like that just because, like, we ain't using spins and Zay. Like, we using some different drums, bro. And then I played with the low shelf, too, just to make it, you know, have the low end hit. You gotta have that punch to it. So even though it's like a soft hitting 808, like it's not a super hard hitting distorted 808, it kind of just like sits in the background a little bit. All right, next is the snare, bro. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it because I'm really like not confident within the snares. So I layered like 5 snares, bro, and I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. I tried to make the snares sound exactly how it sounded in the beat, but I just couldn't find it. And no, I'm not gonna cheat and use the stem extractor drums and just be like, okay, here's the drum. Like, no, bro. I wanna recreate this everything from scratch. Next is the hi-hat. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I think there's 2 hi-hats in the beat. I don't know. So if you listen right here, right there. If you guys listen within the beat, like the hi-hat kind of like changes velocity. Y'all just have to listen, like just listen to the hi-hats. So what I did was when it comes over here, I turned the velocity down on this specific one. And you're like, why? Well, that's how the drums are. And so I added another hi-hat called the extra. And all these drums I got from Steven Schaefer's kit or Phoenix and Venexi's Trap Stash. I just put y'all on sauce. But the hi-hat kind of goes out. And so I added this one right here, like a little short hi-hat that comes in. And little stuff like that, guys, you're probably like, bro, why does it matter? It's just a regular 2-step. No, bro. It matters because of the bounce, bro. Just because of that little effect right there, maybe Drake wouldn't have hopped on it. You know what I'm saying? I think these guys do this for a reason, bro. So yeah, that adds some extra bounce to it. I like how they did the drums like that. And yeah, this is the beginning part of the beat. Alright, I was getting too hyped. I'm sorry, bro. This Drake diss is hard, bro. I hope Kendrick can top this. Sight, you know he about to top this, man. Come on, it's Kendrick Lamar. So listen, y'all, let's get into the second part of the beat. I'm gonna have my boy Key Major come in because he did the strings on this. I wanted to include him because I had Keon on the last one. Now it's time for my boy Key Major to have some spotlight. Key Major, welcome, my boy.
Alright, yo, what's good with y'all? It's Key Major. I'm gonna have a Waves Crate. I'm gonna be breaking down the part I added for the Drake diss track. So the part I added was the strings that play in the second part of the song, and they're just kind of layered in the background, these really dark sort of strings. So the first thing I did was I clicked on the sample, I clicked on the extract stems, and I just did the instruments, and then that soloed out the strings for me so it'd be easier for me to hear the notes. Now it sounds pretty trash, but it does the job of soloing the strings out so it's easier to hear. So it was pretty simple and pretty easy. Really, you could just pull up any string VST you want. I just pulled up the SRX strings because it's what I'm comfortable with. It's what I've used before. I just picked the 11th preset, and the main melody that they're playing is, they're just playing one melody and it's just layered a bunch. So this is the main melody that they're playing. So as you can tell, when I play it with the original, they sound pretty much the same. All that was missing was layers. So in the original, the strings sound very heavy, very full, like a whole orchestra's playing them. So all I needed to do was just add layers. So I just took the same notes, I copied them up an octave, down an octave, and just repeated the process. The only thing I did was down here I messed with the velocity. There's not too many highs in it, so the highs that I added, I just lowered the velocity, so it's pretty quiet. But there is, the strings in the original song are pretty like heavy and like lower tone, so I added a lot more low end to the strings to give it that real heavy like bass. And then as far as the effects, it was pretty simple, just a tiny bit of reverb just because I feel like it sounded too dry, and then just an EQ where I was just kind of EQing it as I was listening to the original just to kind of match it. And the same down here. And then that was pretty much it. The last thing is, obviously in the original song the strings are a lot more quiet. That's pretty much it. Here's how the final product sounds. So yeah, you can tell when I play them with the stem and then the original song, it's pretty much identical. Maybe, you know, a little different, but it's pretty much the same thing. Nothing too crazy. It's not a crazy melody or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the sound I added, and that's pretty much it for my part.
And yeah, bro, thank you, Key Major, so much for showing the people how to do the strings, man. Hey, YouTube, please don't copyright strike this, bro. So yeah, bro, he got these strings. Mac Drake leak video. All right, Key Major. You're disgusting, bro. But listen, you got the strings, and then you have some extra drums. And on top of that, this is what Key Major forgot to add. This is why I'm gonna be the remake god. Key Major forgot to add this little high section that you gotta listen to. That's why I'm gonna be the remake god, bro, because you gotta add the littlest stuff. And you're probably like, Mac, that's not in there. Bro, go listen to it, bro. I promise you. It's not just this string. It's another high string that gets in there. Hey, if you produced this song and watching this video, let me know if I'm right, bro. To finish up the beat, bro, they just added a kick that plays on top of the 808. Self-explanatory. And in the second part, yeah, I heard this. They also add this little bass, like this little key or this little note. You just gotta listen to it. This is from Steven Schaefer's Kid. It's called Lone. I really don't know what that was. It was so quiet that I was just like, all right, put it in the background. No one's ever gonna know. That's really the whole beat, man. There's like a few switch ups here and there, but I don't need to deconstruct the exact switch ups. And then the final beat, which I was talking about. Yeah, this is definitely Tay Keith's part for sure. Hey, Tay Keith, I'm sorry I didn't remake it, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's really fire, but I wanted to do the beginning and the piano and the strings and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure y'all know how to make something like that at the end, bro. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. The FLP is in the description, man. Let me know if this was a dope remake. I just wanted to get this out there just because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people wondering the pianos and the strings and the drums and stuff like that. It's a pretty hot disc, bro. And I want to break down simple songs, you know, just because like the simplicity stuff, that really gets placed, that really gets hits. It's a #1 when you're making these type of beats, bro. It's all about putting stuff in the background and adding little stuff and making sure everything fits together so there's room for the artist. Like I said, y'all, other than these 2 layers of the beat, there's just some different switch ups and some different parts and playing with the octaves and stuff like that. But this is basically the whole beat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, bro. Thank you, Hugo Versant, for editing this video. Like I said, shout out to Fierce, Boy Wonder, Coleman, Drama Kid, Tay Keith, Noel, all y'all. Tap in with your boy. I got some melodies for y'all. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.